Defeat the three inner opponents, blocking your growth. Have you ever felt trapped, stuck in the same patterns, unsure of how to break free? It's as if there's an invisible force holding you back, but no matter how hard you look, you can't quite see it. What if I told you that the greatest battles we face aren't outside of us, they're within? These battles are fought against voices that seem like protectors, but in reality they keep us from growth, success, and fulfillment. Today we're going to shine a light on those voices, expose them for what they are, and take the first step toward true self-mastery. Because the moment you recognize these voices, you reclaim your power. Section 1. Understanding the inner opponents. Let's start with the truth. These inner opponents are not your enemies. They are parts of you, parts that have learned to speak up, often when you need them the least. We all have them. They show up differently for everyone, but their purpose is the same: to keep us in a place that feels safe but stagnant. Here's what they look like. The perfectionist is the voice that says, if you can't do it perfectly, don't even bother. It paralyzes you, demanding flawlessness and convincing you that any mistake equals failure. The doubter whispers, "Are you sure you're ready? What if you're not good enough?" It questions your abilities, especially at the moments when you're closest to a breakthrough. The ego says, "Stay as you are. You've already achieved enough." It keeps you tied to an idealized version of yourself, making you fear change because change feels like a threat to your identity. Sound familiar? These voices are powerful, but they don't have to control you. Section 2. Identifying the voices within you. Now that we know the opponents, how do we spot them in our own lives? Here's a simple exercise. The perfectionist. Think of the last time you delayed or avoided something because it didn't feel ready. That hesitation? That's the perfectionist speaking. The doubter. Remember a moment when you doubted yourself right before doing something big. Maybe it was a job interview, a tough conversation, or starting something new. That inner voice questioning your worth? That's the doubter. The ego. Reflect on a time when you resisted change or growth because you were afraid it might undo what you've already achieved. That attachment to your current identity? That's the ego. Write these moments down. Recognizing when these voices show up is the first step to breaking their hold on you. Section 3. The path to overcoming inner opponents. So, how do we move beyond these voices? The answer lies in 3 core principles that Bruce Lee identified. Using no way as way. Don't cling to rigid methods or expectations. Life is unpredictable. Adaptability is your greatest strength. The water principle. Be like water, soft yet powerful. Water doesn't resist obstacles. It flows around them, reshaping itself as needed. Unity of mind, body, and spirit. When you align these 3, there is no room for inner conflict. You move with clarity, purpose, and strength. Section 4. Practical tools for inner mastery. Here are 3 simple practices to start with. The personal audit. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to reflect on moments of hesitation or fear. Ask yourself, which voice was speaking to me? Water meditation. Close your eyes and visualize yourself as water, flowing freely. This practice helps you dissolve rigid thoughts and embrace adaptability. The small win system. Take 1 small action each day that challenges the perfectionist, the doubter, or the ego. This will lead you closer to integrating your dark and light aspects and becoming whole. An invitation to act. Bruce Lee once said, using no way as way, having no limitation as limitation. His philosophy wasn't just about martial arts, it was a guide for conquering the inner battles we all face. The perfectionist, the doubter, and the ego will always be a part of you. but they don't have to control you. By naming them, understanding them, and taking daily steps to accept these qualities, you will transform what seems like a negative quality into power, wholeness, and ability to move your life in the direction you choose more steadfastly. Each conscious step you take strengthens your resilience and brings you closer to your authentic, whole self. In the next video, we'll take this even further with a 7-day challenge that will help you integrate your opponents and align to your true self.